Our next speaker is Burke Stringfellow and then Elizabeth Shore.
Hi, Burke Stringfellow here. I'm a 5th grade teacher at a public school, and I recently heard that the federal government issued an ultimatum to all public schools that if they don't stop their DEI programs, they're going to cut all their federal funding. For us, it's about $150 million, and it's for super important stuff like Title I and food support. So I just want to give 2 reasons, regardless of what you think or how you feel about DEI, why this should be seriously offensive to you. Number 1, gross hypocrisy. As I speak, the federal government is dismantling the Department of Education under the justification that they want to give more power to the states to control their education. Okay, so let me get this straight. You want to give the states, you want to give us more power to control our education, all while forcing down our throat a federal directive on how we must do education? Okay, so I apologize for the vulgar letters, but that's some serious BS. Number 2, okay, this is support for our children that need it most. Okay, we're talking about schools in the lowest income areas of society that need it for their books, they need it for teachers. It's literally existential. And then food support, that's paying. I see it all the time. I try to make a point to go to lunch at least 2 times a week with my kids. I see how they need this, I needed it growing up. It's where they pay for your lunch. I needed it. And me and my mom, we needed it. And I never would have thought that 35 years later, the situation would be worse. Society is supposed to trend in the positive direction, but things have gotten worse. Why? I'll tell you why. Because apparently, the rich need more. Yeah, I said it. Income disparity, wealth disparity, I should specify, wealth disparity has never been this bad. We have 3 individuals that own more wealth. Bezos, Musk, and Zuckerberg own more wealth than the bottom 50% of the entire country. The top 0.1% of Americans own more wealth than the bottom 90% of America. It's so ridiculous, I look that up every time before I quote it. February 25th, Jen Kiggans and the congressional Republicans passed the resolution, the budget resolution, to increase the federal national debt by $4.5 trillion, all while attacking Medicaid, food stamps. We know they're looking at Social Security and Medicare. All for what? They literally want to take the food out of poor kids' mouths. I wish that was hyperbole, but that's really what's happening. And the other day I heard a guy talk about that he had a heart transplant and he's dependent on immunosuppressant therapies that he gets from Medicaid. If he doesn't get that, he's literally going to die. He is quote unquote, it's a death sentence for me. What they're doing in DC is playing with people's lives. All for what? So the rich can buy more boats? So they can have more power? Well, let me tell you a little something about power.
And that is time.
We're going to take it back.
And that is time. Our next speaker